Welcome back to Free Thinking Express, where everything's connected. We got another video for you, this time with Jwtv. Go check out his channel. He be putting out a lot of information. So let's get into it.
Are drones really shooting now? That's the question we're going to be answering because that's what's floating across social media right now. It's 12 a.m. currently when I report this live, and it's going to be moving into almost 1 a.m. This video was posted on social media uh, by this person named Ben Keaton. It was just minutes ago when it was reported, and the reported place or county was Bergen County, New Jersey. And we'll talk about what the name of this location actually is. But first, let's go ahead and play one of the video clips. We got a second one, and we got details that we're going to be discovering live with you.
Holy cow. That thing is completely stationary shooting.
All right, so if we logically look at this, it's shooting down. It's not shooting at the atmosphere. So if it was shooting at an object, it would definitely not be going that way. So now we're about to answer some more questions here in a few, looking at this clip and footage because apparently people freaking out on social media. And then in live time, we've just found out some more information. We've got some comments in. I see this guy that's in military we're going to show his comment here in a second. But let's show another clip of this right now for you to see with your own eyes.
So when y'all look at that, what do you think it could be? They got holograms and stuff out now. They talk about projecting stuff in the sky, making you see things as if it's an alien invasion. You think people would think that if they was to see this and not know what it is and what's going on?
Motherfucker.
So there it is again. They're shooting downward. This one looks more like it's shooting a little more across. Somebody says, are they shooting at the water? Because a lot of the drones has been said to been popping out of the water. I've seen data where it showed that they have been popping out of the water and stuff like that. They've been around power plants. Why are they shooting that way as well? So first of all, let's get a little deeper into where the location is and everything else before and we're going to go into maps and everything and look at this scenario with you right now. First off, right here on screen, the area is called New Egypt, New Jersey. I never even knew that exists until right now, but apparently this is the location, and the military base that's there is Joint Base McGuire Dix Lakenhurst when you look that up in Google. So what we're going to do now, since we know that, and this is exactly where the location was, let's go ahead and look at the maps right here. And then we got some information from the actual base that we're looking at that correlates with some of this information. First, let's go here. All right, so if we're on GPS right now, there's Joint Base McGuire Dix Lakenhurst, and we can see that there's firing ranges over there. So if they were close, they were over here. This is a firing area. You can see over here. Let's go up to close where New Egypt is. There it is right there, New Egypt. So that's right next to the base. So if somebody was over there, they literally looked at the base.
Now think about that. And look at the base. If somebody was over there, if a drone was doing the same as what he was talking about in the last video, what if it was being just like a Chinese balloon? It was just floating around before anybody did something about it. But again, all of this stuff is got an origin. What is the beginning of the story? You need to find out why is this being brought about? What is this supposed to install into you, your mind, your thoughts?
Where the military is at. So we potentially are looking at a training drill that could have been potentially in process here. Also, secondly, let's look right here on screen. When you go to Joint Base McGuire Dix Lakenhurst actual calendar for December 2024, and you look at the date right there, so you see what date it is. And today's date, let's just be accurate here, is the 13th, but it was the 12th. Both days has moderate noise, and it says 50 caliber weapons, rocket fire, rotary cannons are going to be happening on that day. So when we look back at the events that was taking place, we're potentially seeing them shoot that off. And let's look further into this though. It says here, this is the guy who is military, says it's just military training. It's normal. We all have to train all the time. It's kind of our job. Take care of gear, go to the field.
If you're in New Jersey, comment down below and tell us what you've seen or what you think is going on.
Take care of gear, go to the field. These guys are in the field. Another one says, if near military base, second video suggests an A10 gun range. And then when we look here, it was something else that I found out. Basically, the whole time this has been going on, the Japanese military had came into United States, and during the 11th, it was like from the 7th to 11th they were here. And this is on Joint Base McGuire's website, where you can see all this information about the Japanese military actually being here. They just left on December 11th. So that was interesting all in itself. Another detail we need to look at here though while all this is going on, and we're going to go back to the video clip here just to look at an A10 gun range is what they're saying. Like we said, we showed the other clip where they were firing off. Some people were saying like, nah, man, this is not drills. This is a drone. This is it's Project Blue Beam Deception. They're training for that. This is the whole big storyline right now that people are starting to say. And I don't specifically know what they're training for. I'm potentially thinking, yeah, it's for war. Obviously, if they're preparing for Indo-Pacific situations with the Japanese troops, I could actually pull up what they said right now, what they were training for with the Japanese troops. We didn't even know they was here. First of all, this whole scenario has been an ongoing thing where we got our own military apparently allowing some adversary to be here, and at the same time not shooting anything down, like they don't have the authorization. This is what the bases are saying. We don't have authorization to shoot it down. Why don't you have authorization to shoot the drones down? You're shooting during a training drill. This is what is being dubbed as. And I know theories are going to be floating in people's minds still. Okay, is this really a drill though? Well, I've shown you all the information. Is up to you to whatever you want to believe at this point, because obviously we're just really left in the dark on every single level. So let's move into what the Japanese troops was here for. Literally, we got no information on that even happening. So
Seems kind of odd. Right now, everybody's in the dark. Nobody knows to seem to know what's going on.
check it out. While all this drone stuff been happening, the Japan Air Self-Defense Force visited Joint Base McGuire Lakenhurst.
Notice what he just said. While all the drone stuff was happening, the stuff that happened in Japan. While everybody focused on the drone, what is the other hand? You got one hand doing the controller. What's the other hand doing behind the curtain?
From December 9th to 11th, 2024, for a subject matter expert exchange design enhanced interoperability with the Air Force KC-46 aircraft units. The exchange involving personnel from JASDF's 3rd Tactical Airlift Wing, Japan, and the U.S. Air Force 305 Air Force Mobility Wing. They focus on ground academics, operational insights, and sharing best practices in tanker operations. So they're talking tanks and global mobility. This reflects on the strength of deep, enduring alliance between the United States and Japan, U.S. Air Force Colonel Kathleen Hassan said. Okay, so they were training with potential wartime, basically, not adversaries, but allies. There you go, allies. So we're gonna be covering more of this. And somebody says they're shooting now. Fear, fear, fear. Well, to me, like I said, it looks like it's a training drill. But how far does this training drill goes, and what is the real operation behind the scenes?
Remember in the last video when we talked about training drills and how they were doing simulations? Somebody should go and do some research and find out what was the simulation about during the summertime.
For America next, that's what we're going to be floating into with all of our research. But the question you really need to understand is not what I just answered here. The question is answered, but in your head, is it really answered? Secondly, why are they dropping stuff on people in New Jersey? That was the video I did earlier. And if you didn't see that video, I just dropped the link in the live chat. Potentially a bio drop like an attack, and that video will be on the left-hand side. Thanks for tuning in. We'll have more coming.
Until next time, keep striving high in positivity and abundance.
Definitely watch that.